there, how are you doing this afternoon? I wanted to share quickly three ways that I maximize my time. I am sure that you're busy. I mean, hey, we all are. How many of us are moms and you need clones of you to get everything done in the day, right? So I've got three different ways that I utilize to make sure that I'm maximizing my time. But before we jump into that, if we've never met, hi, my name is Amy Circa. Super excited that you are joining us today. So let's go ahead and dive in then. Three ways that I maximize my time. So the first thing that I do, which has probably been the biggest help overall for me, is it's really part of my planner, but I've created a daily action sheet is what I call it. It's my daily action sheet. And I did customize this. I made all of this myself, and it's really my planner. So I bind this. I print 3 months at a time, but you don't have to do that. This is just kind of the concept here. So what my daily action sheet is you fill this out the night before. So today is Sunday, or today's Saturday, sorry. So tonight I would fill this out for Sunday. And what the daily action sheet does is it helps me to make sure that I know what I need to accomplish on Sunday. So what are the actions that we need to take? So I've got a variety of categories on there. The first one is kind of self-care category. I also list on there some of the routines that we have to go through. So our morning routine, making sure that we get all of that accomplished. We've got an afternoon routine that involves some supplements and other things that we do to help our health, and then an evening routine as well. So like those are listed there, and then self-care for myself. So that's where a shower goes when I need to be able to take a shower. And that is literally written on there. Like, take a shower tomorrow, Amy. The next category that I have is kids and homeschool. So we do homeschool our children. Right now, the only one that's officially in school is William, and he's going to be in 3rd grade now. Crazy to think about that. But Wyatt likes to do school too. So there's normally 2 of them that I'm planning for. But kids taking baths, homeschooling, the homeschool prep, things like that I have to take care of for the kids. Those will get written on there. Maybe I promise that I'll take them to the park or something. That could go there. There is another category that we'll cover in a minute that could go in as well. But it's just kind of keeping track of your responsibilities. What actions do you want to take for the day? Next category is going to be household. So in my household category, that's taking care of the house. So emptying the dishwasher, laundry, vacuuming, finances, cleaning the bathrooms, whatever it might be. Definitely not all of those. Like for tomorrow, mine will have laundry and emptying dishwasher. So your household categories. So like I said, for tomorrow, for me, it'll have laundry and empty the dishwasher, just because I know that we run our dishwasher about every other day. So we didn't run it today, which means I'll run it tonight, empty it in the morning. So that's your household category. The next one that I have is phone calls, emails. So you need to make a phone call when something comes up. I try and focus on what I've already planned. And instead of just reacting to everything, if something needs to be added to our plate, I plan for it for the next day so that I can get done what I'm actually working on accomplishing versus just putting out fires all the time with the urgency. Now, of course, the kids, nothing's ever going to go perfectly according to plan, but that's how you try and keep track of your time, because if you're constantly stopping and putting out fires, you're not going to make any real progress. So, let's see. Okay, so this week I had gotten a zip cash notice, which is our toll tag thing, because we got a new vehicle, so we had ran the tolls with paper tags, and it came and it wasn't attached to our regular plate in our car because it had a paper tag. It was a different car supposedly. So I had to call and get that added onto the account so that it would take care of it and pull from our toll tag account. So when I got the notice, I added it to make the phone call. I think I did it on Tuesday, but instead of taking care of it right then, even though it was really simple to do, I planned to add it in my day the next day. So when I'm working through things. I'm not just putting out the fires. So phone calls, emails, stuff like that. I had a UPS package that was lost. Submitting the claim on that was in that category because it was an email or a web-based thing that I was going to have to submit. And then the next category I have is errands. So technically the park, like I mentioned earlier with the kids, could go in that category, but just breaking down what errands you need to run so that you're aware and you can plan your day accordingly. And then, of course, for myself, I do run a business, so I have my business category on there and lists like my daily method of operations and the different things that I'm working towards in my goals, which we'll get to in just a second. And then the last thing I track on this sheet is my water intake, because when you are drinking enough water, then you are going to be that much more healthier. You are going to have that much more energy and be able to focus. So many things. So I track every time I empty or finish my water cup. It's a 20-ounce cup, I think it is. And so I get an X, and just keeping track, making sure I'm staying on top of my water intake as well. So I fill that out every single evening for the next day. That way I'm aware of what I need to accomplish, and I'm focusing on the right things instead of getting in that reactionary mode. So then the second thing is going to be the goal setting. So I do set those daily goals, like I mentioned, on the daily action sheet. Like, that's kind of my goal for the day. If I got everything marked off, it would be my goal. That does not always happen. I kind of have an order of priority in my head, like, okay, this is what I need to get done, and then this is what I want to get done. You could break it down, but it seems like that might be overkill, so just kind of working on accomplishing those things. So when you do that, though, what rewards do you have set up for yourself? Like, when you have an awesome morning, an awesome afternoon, what do you have get done that you do for yourself for accomplishing this stuff? So for a while, what I was doing is, like during the week, if I had gotten done everything that I needed to right before, like after the kids went to bed, I would take 45 minutes to myself and watch a TV show or whatever it might be. You could take a bubble bath, something like that. Something small, something that doesn't really cost a lot of money, but rewarding yourself for taking the actions that you know you need to. Same thing with your weekly goals. I set weekly goals. It's part of the reason I'm doing the video today. Even though I didn't really want to, I knew that I had a goal that I had to get another video in this week. So here we are, we're doing the video, right? So setting those goals and little rewards for yourself when you hit those goals, it just helps you push yourself a little bit. If you can hold yourself accountable, then it's just that much better because you've got those rewards set up for yourself. And then there are monthly goals that you can set, and then a little bit more longer term, but those typically don't have, I don't set those with a time on them. Like, this is just my overall goal, and that's what I'm working towards instead of putting a deadline on it, and then if you don't hit it, creating that cognitive dissonance. So, and then the last thing that I use to help make sure that I'm maximizing my time is actually an app that I put on my phone. So it's called a Time Logger, and I am an Android user, but I think it is available on the iPhone as well. So a Time Logger, and what this does is it helps me keep track of my time. So you have different categories, and you start the timer when you're working on one thing, and then you turn it off and start another timer when you're working on something else. So like sleep, errands, driving around. I've included medical doctor's appointments. We used to have a lot more of those with my son Wyatt. But the running errands, spending time with family, I have a family category that's for like me, my husband, and the kids. I've got a marriage category for when my husband and I are getting time together. And then I have an extended family category. So like we're hanging out with grandparents, aunts, uncles, whatever it might be. When we're hanging out with people outside of the five of us that are our family, that's the category that I use. But it's just being, and then there's a housework category and several business categories as well. I typically don't divide the housework and the cleaning because I work my cleaning in throughout the day. But you can really break it down as much as you want, because if you're losing time during the day, I know that Facebook scroll can be a time suck for a lot of people, or we just lose track of time. So if you're using something to help you see what, okay, wow, I spent 3 hours today doing this, then you're more aware and can make more conscious decisions with your time. So you have to remember to turn it on, but you can also review then, like, okay, look, I didn't get enough time in with the kids this week, like intentional time with the kids, like I need to do better next week or next month, depending on how often you're reviewing that. And I really like having that app because it helps me to reflect on the choices that I've made and to make better choices to make sure that I'm taking actions that align with my priorities and spending time with my family and God and friends and those things that are actually important to me and that they're actually getting done instead of just thinking about them. I'm sure that we've all done that before, that we think about something and then don't actually take action on it. So when you're using this app efficiently, you're able to see the difference there when you're actually doing something like that. So there we go. 3 tips on how, or 3 ways that I maximize my time. Quick recap. So the first one was using the daily action sheets, and you can create these on your own if you want. Like I did mine in Canva and I print these off, like I said, but keeping track and knowing ahead of time, like tonight, what are you going to have to work on tomorrow? So you're waking up ready to start your day instead of getting in that reactionary mode again. The second one was setting goals, daily, weekly, monthly, and beyond, and giving yourself rewards depending on what the task is that you accomplish will depend on how big the reward itself is, but giving yourself rewards when you do that. And then the last thing, number 3, was an app that I use to keep track of my time, making sure that I am using my time in a way that lines up with my goals and my priorities. So the app was called A Time Logger. If you want to check that out.
Hey there, I hope that you found this video helpful and valuable. And especially if you did, I've got a special gift that I would love to get to you. And what this is I have a financial action guidebook to help you jumpstart your finances quickly. So have you ever hit a goal or set a financial goal and then didn't hit it and didn't quite know why? Like, where was the hole? What happened? What went wrong? And if you want to be able to effectively set goals that you can actually attain in your finances so you can move forward in your finances. Because I know if you were taking the time to watch this video, you are somebody who wants to make a change. And I know that you can do that. And this guidebook is going to help you walk through those steps on how you can set those goals that you can actually achieve. So I would love to get this into your hands. And depending on where you're watching this video, the link is either going to be located in the description below or above, somewhere in the description. The link's going to be listed, or you can go directly to amycirca.com/guidebook. Get your hands on that financial action guidebook to jumpstart your finances quickly, and we'll see you later. Bye.